to have been jamming.
No, Juice, you be on the exact same type of time. Don't you say something like, keeping it juicy?
I don't condone these actions.
Voices defining a generation.
Hi. No, Juice, that's you?
Yes, that is me, Madam Vice President.
The most impactful commentary.
Can I talk to Dame Dollar real quick? Glorilla shot her shot at you. You giving that any kind of action? It's 7 p.m. Friday.
That is hilarious.
Real news, real lives, the juiciest conversations.
I feel like there are more selfish people in the world today than ever before.
I think you're right, Juice. A lot of people are lacking compassion for the next and are only ever looking at what can be done for me and not what can be done for me and my community.
Milwaukee, you know what time it is.
All about the Benjamins.
Bringing you pop culture, sports, and all the trending topics.
Here we go. You already know we got to get into it.
It's really juicy.
Now, live from the American Family Insurance Studios in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, here are your award-winning hosts, Ben Jammin and Carrie Noni Juice.
Early in the morning, woo! I know somebody yawning, woo! But it's time to get the money, bro! Woo! You can't act funny about that money, y'all! Yeah. Early in the morning, woo! Can I hit it in the morning? Woo! But you gotta feed them pigs! Jam with juice! Y'all know what the business is. What? I said what? I said what? I said what? Jam with juice, y'all know what the business is. It is Friday. Call it what your business is. Okay. It's there, right? Okay. First,
What's up, Truth Nation and all the juicy jammers out there? What is poppin'? And good morning, Milwaukee. Happy Sip to That Friday. Woo! We made it to the end of the week, you guys. And you are sipping on, tapping into, waking up to, jamming with juice. I am your girl, Noni Juice, always keeping it juicy. And of course, I got my boy Ben jamming with me.
It is amazing.
And we have Andrew on the 1s and 2s.
What it do?
That was a little low. I need another one.
What it do?
There you go. I love it. And we also have Glenn in the background, you know.
Hey, this is Glenn's last day, y'all. Yeah. Harlem in the building.
Wait, you didn't even let me announce that myself.
What?
Dang, bro.
You want to tell the people again?
Wow.
Truth Nation, today is my last day as the producer for Jammin' with Juice. Andrew will be taking over Monday.
Dang, the colonizers.
Anyway.
Colonizers that came in.
Dang. Should I say this right now? I guess we're live from the American Family Insurance Studios here at the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, you guys. Okay. First things first, because I can already tell what type of day we about to have by the way this is starting off.
Let's rock.
But we want y'all to be on our YouTube page at 101.7 The Truth so you can watch us do the show live, get the full experience of Jammin' with Juice. You already know what to do, okay? And be a part of our Juicy Jammer community. Interact with us in the chat because things get crazy over in the chat. And we already have a bunch of Juicy Jammers in the chat ready to get the show cracking. So you know we got to do our morning roll call. So Andrew, can you please give me my theme music? All right, shout out to my auntie Cindy Johnson in the chat.
Good morning, auntie.
Okay, make sure you guys go to Allstate. Okay, then shout out to SE in the chat.
SE.
We got Tyler Hatley in the chat. Not really a city girls in the chat. RN Kawanda, Tyler Hatley. We got Gwendolyn, Willie Gray, Jeff, JD the Poet, Anita Nicole, Alfonso Dupree. We got Nero doing hits, Theo Jenkins, No Cap. What is her name? No Cap. I up, Mr. Noni? Okay.
Good morning,
What
Neo.
up, No Cap?
Good morning, Theo.
We got Extreme Pigs, John Hogan's. Oh my God,
Good
I can't
morning,
even
no
keep up.
cap. I'm Mr. Noni.
I done lost them all. Oh, John Hogan's, Nicole.
Top of the morning to you, Extreme Picks. Top of the
Venus
morning, John
Jones.
Hogan's.
Okay, I think that was everyone. Craig XL,
Good morning,
Enlightenment,
Nicole.
Alfonso.
Oh, just Nicole. Okay. Good morning, Sincere.
This is the most cracking morning roll call.
Good morning, Anita Nicole.
Good morning to everybody. But anyway,
Alfonso, good morning.
let's for real go to what Mr. Glenn said.
Wait, what? Okay, bet. Let's
What
talk
did
about
you
it.
do with your cup there?
Oh, it's Sips to That Fridays, man.
Oh, you wanted to say it again?
Hey,
Okay,
that's
it's
the-
Sip to That Friday. Benjamin geeked up to do that one. You
really am.
really is because you got your cup in here early. That's why you wanted to do
What?
it.
I
You
always
usually
got
don't
my
be.
cup.
No,
I always
Ben.
got my cup. Legends are born in June.
You usually do not have your cup in here waiting. You be
Legends
like,
are born
you be
in
like,
June. I keep my cup near.
Andrew, can you get the cup? We finna do the seg. Andrew. That's what you be saying. But yes, it is Glenn's last day producing us today.
Yeah.
Oh,
We
man.
could just bring Glenn on the show today, and he could be like our third
Co-host and
yeah.
stuff. I almost said something.
It'd be interesting.
Like, listen, man, we're gonna have Andrew. Andrew, I'm calling you out right now. I just would like for you to make sure when you're picking our songs for our bump music that you channel like Glenn energy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta think like Glenn with the music. Okay, I get you're the producer, master. Well, ooh, you're the producer guy, but we gotta have we gotta have the music up top. Didn't mean to say master, but
It's me hitting the buttons, y'all. It ain't Andrew.
yeah, Andrew would
I don't
never.
believe it. He making you do it, bro. If you held captive back there right now, Glenn, blink twice. Oh my God. Oh my God.
It's crazy. But yes, it is Glenn's last day producing us, so y'all are going to get to know Andrew a whole lot more.
Hey, and Glenn, honestly, I want to ask you a question. Because
Talk
you
to
came
me.
from NY, you came over here to Wisconsin, you're in Milwaukee now, and you have been the producer for Jammin with Juice for quite some time now, for the past
Since
7
January.
months. Yeah, the past 7 months. What have you
8.
learned about yourself and or just doing radio as the time of you being the producer?
It's a beautiful process. I mean, I think the thing that we have to realize most is that Monday through Friday, we have to be on because we're providing a safe space for people to laugh, react, draw, I guess, the things that they can't talk about other things with people in the community. I think it's challenged me to be a more organized person. I've also learned a lot about you guys as well, bringing your ideas to life. And just kind of just sharing the laughter and, all the things that you've worked with me through the ups and the downs. Obviously, I wasn't the best when I first started, but we grew.
You were just new.
Yeah, man.
I know,
you
but
know.
I take that as a compliment. I appreciate it's a testament to the people that you are. Y'all were new and fresh to this. We all came in together as a team, and we all got to learn and grow as one. So
Right.
It's so hard to say goodbye.
You need a lighter.
To yesterday. That song makes me tear up, man. That's a powerful song right there. And
it
so we take with us our memories and to the star.
That's funny. You know what? Another question, Glenn. Another question.
Hey, you in the question.
Well, yeah, I'm an interviewer. This is what I do. So with that being said, Glenn, you said you learned a lot about us. What's something that you learned about Carrie that you didn't even expect to be like, oh, she's this way? And what's something that you learned about me?
I learned that Carrie's age does not exist.
That's a good one.
My age is
That's
limitless.
a good one. That's a good one.
I'm limitless.
And I've learned that Ben is one of the most introspective people that I've ever met. You think deeply about the smallest things, and that's what really interests me in you as a person. I respect that a lot because you don't take anything lightly.
I appreciate that, man. I would consider myself a very introspective person. All right, I'll sit back and think within my own thoughts, and I think about thoughts that I probably shouldn't even be thinking about, but I think about them anyway. All right, because I need to do deep dives on everything, and that's why I take people down the rabbit hole. You know, it brings people into my world, you know, my introspective world where I'm thinking about, you know, whether it's a Greek god or I'm thinking about Superman or I'm thinking about the people around me. But you know what, Glenn, I've also, you know, since the time we've been doing this show, have learned a lot about you. You know, I've learned a lot about you and seen your growth. You know, I wasn't certain what you was going to do when you hopped on the airwaves. You know,
I wasn't either half the time.
But I was like, you know what, Glenn sounds really great, man. He sounds amazing. And honestly, I think Glenn should take a microphone at some point. You know, so
that's love. I appreciate that.
Nah, seriously, man. Seriously. One of the things that I've always wanted to do, and I think this is something that me and Carrie, like, we do.
Carrie.
Consciously Carrie, me and her do is we looking for younger talent. You know, we look for younger talent. We look to bring the best out of each and everybody who comes around us. You know, so with that being said, I just can't wait to see who you grow and develop to become. Because, you know, you're here for a reason. You know, you're here for a reason. So, and I'm glad that you've taken each and every opportunity that you have done to become, you know, a part of the truth, whether it was, you know, waking up, doing our show each and every morning or staying late night to do Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken or, you know, even starting off the 8 block with me, you know, so that's dedication. And not even just only doing that, but being upstairs doing the whole PDS thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're really well-rounded here at GKB. And as, you know, my mentor, my OG, Tori Lowe, would tell me, you know, you got to work your entire circle. You know, you got to work your entire circle. There's circles, there's squares, there's triangles, and you need to figure out that strategy to be able to, you know, master everything around you. And as long as you put your hand in every little thing that's going on, I think you'll forever be able to grow with whatever you're doing in life.
That's love. I appreciate it. Again, I see Tori Lowe as my OG, too. You know, I've been on air with him. He's allowed me the opportunity to grow and kind of hone my skills, as well as, you know, being on air with y'all and, you know, adding to the conversation in any manner that I can. So I'm not going nowhere, but I'll be around. You know, I appreciate all the opportunities that I've been given, especially through y'all. So excited to see where this thing goes, you know, into 2026 and further and beyond.
100%. Glenn not going nowhere, y'all. He's just not producing for us. So he's still going to be on the Pop Culture with Tori on certain days. I think you still producing Dr. Ken temporarily, you know, until we figure that situation out.
Until further notice.
Yeah, until further notice. And you're going to do a lot of sports stuff around here too. So y'all are still here, Glenn. Just not as much on Jammin with Juice.
So I'm rooting for everybody that's black.
Yes, 100%. But I do want to switch gears just real quick because I know we want to keep the this first segment a little bit shorter. But I want to talk about Lake Lawn.
Lake Lawn Resorts.
Because yesterday, you guys, you have heard Ben Jammin talk about Lake Lawn Resorts before on these airwaves.
Yes.
And
I took you to my homeland. I took you to my
your homeland of Delavan, Wisconsin, bro.
Actually, to be honest with you, because Potawatomi's tribe, they actually resorted there for a very long time. That was actually their land. I feel more connected to my peoples. You know, black people, we have Indian in us. So
yeah.
Go on.
Yeah, we were at Lake Lawn Resorts yesterday, you guys. We hopped off of air and we got ourselves ready and we took that drive on over there to Delavan, Wisconsin, to Lake Lawn Resorts for the WTMJ Classic. It's like a golf outing that they do. How often do they do that? Do you know?
I believe it was once a year.
Once a year?
They did it last year.
Yeah, they do it once a year, and the Truth had a hole there, and we bring out like all of our partners and all of our MCs, our sales people. Yeah, shout out Tsunami Express, my people over there. They were there. Sweet Talks. They showed up, and they were hitting them golf balls as well. They had a whole team, and it was just really fun. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Shout out to Brandon over there at Lake Lawn Resorts, because he's trying to get me to come there again to go to the spa. He's like, if I see Ant and Ben one more time before I see you, Juice, coming up here to go to the spa, I'm gonna have a problem. And so I'm gonna make sure I do that and go to the spa. But I will just say the resort was very beautiful. It seemed peaceful. Ben got on the jet skis. Yeah, and we got a whole tour getting social media clips and stuff. So make sure you guys are following our Instagram page because we'll be posting those at some point. But it was just so much fun seeing like the boats and seeing the kids areas and talking to Chef Nico and
1878 on the lake.
Yes, and they had like a little wedding area, so if you wanted to get married on the lake, you could do so.
What's so crazy, Juice, is
pools and everything.
Yeah, for real. What's so crazy, Juice, is later on, and you guys will see this in the video that we'll put out for the rabbit hole trivia that we've been doing with people. But with that being said, we actually met a bride last night. We met a bride and groom, and we hooked them up with some stuff. But I was just like, dang, man, Lake Lawn really is like for the community of damn near like all of USA. You know, a lot of people should be going
In the
there.
USA.
Yeah, a lot of people should go there and really experience that lake, man, and experience really what it feels like to be out there on Lake Delavan, you know, enjoying yourself, whether it's a fishing trip you wanted to do, or just like you said, Juice, if you want to go out there and get married at Lake Delavan, at Lake Lawn Resort. Like, I think it's just, it's beautiful, man. And it's, yesterday was just ever so peaceful, especially after that flood that we had the week before. It was like, man, getting out there was just another breath, was just a breath of fresh air. So I'm glad that, you know, we went there and you came out there with me and kicked it with me.
I did. Now we was on the golf cart.
Right,
it was my first
vroom,
time
vroom.
being on a golf course and being in a golf cart, and it was just really fun. They went faster than I thought, and they don't have seatbelts on golf carts.
Right.
So that's very dangerous if you're on a bumpy road. You know, Ben Jammin was hanging on the back with his it was just hanging on the back of the golf cart. Having a good old time.
Having a great time. Feeling
Sun's
the air
out,
a little bit
buns out.
everywhere. Yeah, look.
But it was fun. I'm not gonna lie, it was definitely fun. I would go back and just enjoy the peace and tranquility of it all, because they had a lot of stuff for people to go do.
Yeah, for real. And then honestly, for real.
And I was cute in my outfit. Wait till y'all see when I post my pictures. People was getting beside themselves. I was so cute. You know what I'm saying?
You are funny. But yeah, Chef Nico, man, over there at 1878 on the lake, he also made us some baby back ribs. He made us some baby back ribs, which was literally fall off the bone. Like, as soon as I picked one of them things up, I swear, at least like I picked one bone up, like 3 slabs of meat came off. I was like, oh, I ain't never seen no ribs this tender, this juicy before.
Ooh, that's juicy. Yeah, no, facts. He definitely gave us, and the sauce was pretty good. I don't even like barbecue sauce. I'm not a barbecue sauce girly, but it wasn't bad to me. I was having a great time. So shout out to Lake Lawn Resorts, and yeah, you'll be hearing more about them in the coming months.
And I have to, well, they'll hear about it for as long as I'm on these microphones for a very long time. All right, but I also have to say this too, because because I love doing jet skis, and like you said, I hopped on a jet ski yesterday or whatever, but never had to take a test to actually get on a jet ski. So I had to do a test for maybe it was like 25 questions, and I actually got 80% of it correct.
How did you pass that test?
Because
I heard
with my mind, body, and soul.
From a little birdie about something.
My mind, body, and soul, and my intellect. I ride jet skis all the time. I mean, this is what I like to do. It's a lifelong dream of mine. You know, and yeah, I was on the crunch time and all that good stuff.
Did they make? You know what? I ain't even gonna do it.
What? What?
Did they make sure you could? Was this an open book test?
It was an open book test as well.
Okay.
So, you know, it was an open book test that I took to make certain that I was, you know, legal and licensed enough to actually ride on the jet ski. But because I did the test, I'm actually good now for the next 6 months to go and ride a little bit of anywhere now.
Yes.
So I was like, okay, cool. I'm with this.
Beautiful. They were trying to get me on the jet skis, but one thing about Noni Juice, I ain't no fool. Okay, if I can't swim, I'm not going into a body of water like on my own on a fast boat. You know what I'm saying?
If is not existing because you just can't swim. You don't know how to swim, Juice.
Not yet.
You don't stay by any body of water because you can't swim.
Not yet. I want to learn. I do want to learn how to swim. But you know what? I'm not ready yet for the jet skis. So I know they were saying you could put a life vest on, little life vest on. No, because if I get in that water, it's never happened to me, but I don't know what it feels like to be in the water with a life vest on. I don't know if I'll panic or if I'll feel safe or how that would necessarily work, even with a life vest on. And so I don't take those types of chances. Okay.
I will tell you that your anxiety can and will go up. All right. Especially when you're on a vehicle such as like a jet ski. Just because if you've never rode one before, you don't even understand how powerful these things really are until you put it into the water, and then you have to drive that thing. Me personally, I like things with power. I like things that make me go fast and feel like I'm, you know, on top of the world, like the wind is just blowing through my hair. I like that type of thing, right? You know? So ultimately, though, the very first time that you do get on jet ski, Juice, I'm certain that you will begin and learn to love it, but it's one of them things like, oh my God, I'm really controlling this thing.
Right.
Yeah.
I just got to learn to swim first, and then I might be a little bit more comfortable. So yes, 100% fun that we had with the truth. And shout out to Ben for getting us there and back. We had a really great time on the road, and yeah, I will just say it was a great time. Very, very fun.
Oh, and shout out to Ken. Well, I think everything happens for a reason. We met a gentleman or rehashed a conversation with an old friend of ours who used to work here at 3rd Street Market Hall, and it was just beautiful seeing him. He's at Chick-fil-A now.
All right, yeah, shout out to Ken. He's a very nice young man.
Yeah.
But
How
Arian
young is
Kawanda said, is there another fly in the building because you have not sat down yet? You know what's so funny? Kawanda, I am going to sit eventually, obviously, but it stretches your hip flexors when you stand up, you know? And I be having tight hip flexors sometimes, and so I want to stretch those things out. And so you got to stand up from time to time because sitting, it ruins your hip flexors for a long amount of time. So that's just where my mind is right now.
As long as you ain't sitting on nobody's neck.
Dang, bro, that was really low.
What?
That was low, bro.
Was it?
What the heck?
Lil Yachty said it was okay to rap about it, though.
Oh, my goodness. That we're going to get into it, you guys. Lil Yachty got a line in his song that is very, I would say, distasteful. But we're going to play that a little bit later and see how y'all feel about that when it comes to just song lyrics in general. But you already know we got to take a 3-minute little juice break and come back with something juicy. So make sure you guys keep it locked. We got more coming up on this Sip to That Friday. Yeah.
Don't touch that dial. You are jamming with Juice on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, 1017thetruth.com, and streaming live on YouTube. Like and subscribe to our 1017 The Truth YouTube channel.
Tune into the award-winning 1017 The Truth Black Business Give Back Spotlight this Friday at 3:57 p.m. between The Tori Lowe Show and Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris. I'll be joined by Felicia, owner of Gimme Cake, where we will discuss what inspired her to start a Southern-style cake made from scratch business and why she offers commercial kitchen space for other business owners to use. So again, tune into the Black Business Give Back Spotlight with Gimme Cake this Friday at 3:57 p.m. right here on the award-winning 1017 The Truth.
At We Energies, we're committed to building a bright, sustainable energy future. We're investing in clean energy projects like solar, wind, and battery storage. As a leader in the decarbonization effort, our goal is to achieve net zero carbon emissions from our generation fleet by 2050. It's part of our plan to provide the affordable, reliable, and clean energy you depend on. Learn more at weenergies.com. We Energies, people you can trust, energy you can depend on. This message was paid for by the stockholders of WEC Energy Group.
Step right up and gaze into my crystal ball. I see flashing lights, spinning reels, and a big win. This August, you have a ticket to a cash carnival at Potawatomi. Play with your rewards card and earn entries to win your share of $300,000 in cash and prizes. Prize drawings every Thursday through August 28th. Your fortune awaits only at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
At Great Impressions Graphics and Printing, they've been proudly serving the community for over 26 years. From their location at the corner of 54th and Burleigh in Milwaukee, their dedication to quality and customer satisfaction has made them a trusted name in printing and design. Great Impressions offer a wide range of services, including banners, posters, yard signs, business cards, programs, and postcards. Plus, they specialize in custom apparel printing, perfect for family reunions, sports outings, business promotions, and more. For your next project, visit greatimpress.com. That's greatimpress.com. Great Impressions. They're here when you need them.
Great Impressions, perceptions, everything.
This is Jammin' with Juice on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, 1017thetruth.com, and streaming live on YouTube. Shout out to the Juicy Jammers riding the wave.
everybody. You are tapped into Waking Up to Sipping on Jammin with Juice. Good morning, Milwaukee. Make sure you guys are on our YouTube page at 101.7 The Truth so you can get the full experience of Jammin with Juice. But right now, you guys, we are about to get right into something juicy.
How juicy is it?
Breaking news. Keep it juicy. I eat that on.
Gay man even know what weighs a man's heart. So how come these women
All right, you guys. So I have the when, where, and when, how, why to get those free George Webb burgers. All right, George Webb finally announced the details for the upcoming free burger giveaway, and they said it is going to be on August 20th from 2 to 6 p.m., marking only the third time in franchise history that the promotion has been activated. So fans can visit any of the 23 George Webb locations during the 4-hour window to receive one free hamburger. The restaurant chain will also offer vouchers starting August 15th, which is today, for those who prefer to redeem their burger at a later date. A limited menu featuring discounted additional burgers, fries, and drinks will be available during the giveaway. And like we've said before, the promotion, which dates back to the 1940s and was formalized in 1965, promises free hamburgers when the hometown team, Brewers' hometown team, wins 12 consecutive games. So, yeah, you guys can get those burgers on August 20th from 2 to 6 p.m. That is a Wednesday. So next week, Wednesday, make sure y'all are at one of the 23 George Webb locations if you want those free hamburgers, or one free hamburger, I should say.
Yeah, I'm kind of sad because I told everybody that I would go and try to feed the homeless. So I was thinking to myself that this promotion would last longer than like between 2 p.m. and 6 p.m. I was thinking I'd be able to hit all the stores.
Like all day.
All day or something like that. But you know what? I'm going to do what I can do because I put a promise out there that I will go out there and try to find or try to get as many of these burgers I can to go out and feed the homeless with. So I'm still sticking to my word. But I got only between 2 p.m. and 6 p.m. to go ahead and do so.
Yeah, you got 4 hours.
I got 4 hours, but hey, Truth Nation, I'm going to try my best, man. I'm going to try my best to do everything that I can do. Even if I only get 10 burgers, I'm going to try to do what I can, okay? And then honestly, I'm not going to lie, because of this is another thought that I thought of, because of the fast and quick turnaround.
Yeah.
I'm kind of sad because I wonder how many, like, cows had to die for this. You know, it made me It made me think about all the cows that had to die, bro. Like, they just finna supply, you know, all of Milwaukee and Wisconsin or whatever with, you know, how many pounds of meat was it? Like 20,000 pounds of meat?
Yeah, it was a lot.
My God, how many cows had to die? And
I mean, I'm sure it was they were already cut up. They just probably had to put the order in. You know what I'm saying?
Cut up, Juice. Oh.
And you know what, Ben? I don't want to hear it because I'm about to air you out again. Because I saw Not Really City Girl. She said, I love to air you out. I do love to air him out. And I would love for him to air me out as well. But when we were at Chick-fil-A yesterday, do you remember what you said to that baby cow, bro? Do you remember what you said to the mascot, the baby cow at the Chick-fil-A? Do you remember what you said?
Well, okay, if you're going to tell the story correctly, Juice, we have to, look, what ended up happening, because everybody who goes to Chick-fil-A knows they have the cow mascot. What the lady said was, hey, it's time for you to go. And she pulled her.
They said it's time for us to go over here and read to the kids. That's what she was trying to say. She did. She was saying, okay, it's time to read to the kids. She was like, all right, come on, baby cow. We got to go. Come on, baby cow. We got to go.
We gotta go.
And what do y'all think Benjamin said in that opportunity?
I told her that it is time to get chopped up. That's what I told that cow. It was time for that baby cow to get chopped up. Because that's what they do. That's exactly what they do. So for all these cows that had to die for, you know, George Webb burger, you know, I know the vegans right now are crying. The vegetarians right now are crying right now. Everybody in Milwaukee is celebrating the fact that we can get a free George Webb burger, but the vegetarians, oh my God, are crying right now. And I wouldn't be surprised if they held a rally outside of every George Webb. If they held a rally outside of every George Webb on the day of August 20th. They might try to boycott your boy Benjamin. I kind of feel for the vegans. You know, and them cows who had to die for this to happen.
All I'm saying is that was hilarious. It made me think like, bro, what if it was a kid in that costume, bro?
I think it was like 14.
All right, it's time to get chopped up now, baby cow.
Hey, you know, that could have caused damage, though. I'm not going to lie. You know, I want to put my heart out there because if it was a teen, I know y'all guys are going through some things. That person probably took that hat off later.
Start crying.
They don't know how hard it is.
Yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, go ahead and get them George Webb burgers, you guys. Now, there's a new study that just came out saying that only 54% of U.S. adults say that they drink alcohol, you guys. I think this is so interesting. So I guess...
Why, because you're an alkie?
No, because I can see why this is happening right now. So fewer Americans are reporting that they drink alcohol amid a growing belief that even moderate alcohol consumption is a health risk, according to a Gallup poll released on Wednesday. The survey finds that 54% of U.S. adults say they drink alcoholic beverages such as liquor, wine, or beer, the lowest by 1 percentage point in Gallup's nearly 90-year trend. And a record high percentage of U.S. adults, 53%, now say moderate drinking is bad for their health, which is up from 28% in 2015. Now, the uptick in doubt about alcohol's benefits is largely driven by young adults, the age group that is most likely to believe drinking 1 or 2 drinks a day can cause health hazards. But older adults are also now increasingly likely to think moderate drinking carries risks. And this is according to CBS News, you guys. But I find it very interesting because they're saying about 2/3 of 18 to 34-year-olds believe that moderate drinking is unhealthy, which is up from about 4 and 10 in 2015. But you know why I think this is all going down is because of all the different drink options that we have, of like canned little beverages that maybe have like these little seltzers and stuff. I feel like that's gotten people away from especially drinking like heavy liquor and like shots and stuff like that. I think they just don't really like it like that. And I also saw that, you know how you go to a bar and you got like a bar tab and stuff, you leave your tab open. They say young people are ruining bar culture because they don't go and like keep their tab open. They just keep swiping every time they want a drink versus leaving it open for, let's say, an hour or two and just like you know, coming in and doing what they need to do.
Only way I leave my tab open is if I truly trust my bartender. That's the thing. Like I have.
You gotta have a relationship.
I gotta have a relationship with my bartender. So in yesteryears, I'm certain, you know, they had the cheers where everybody knows your name. You know, and I can trust that person with my card. However, when I'm just pulling up and rolling up to wherever, you know, I decide to go downtown, if I don't know that bartender, you definitely not gonna hold on to my card. Like, that just makes no sense to me. You know, and secondly, I do agree with you, Juice. I think that the social waters and drinks or whatever may have you has had an impact on it. But I also believe because the younger generation is doing things such as like vaping now, and they can vape almost anywhere. I think that also takes away from people wanting to go out there and drink liquor. You know? And I'm not even saying that it's a good thing to drink liquor because it's actually terrible for you. You really shouldn't even put those poisons in your body.
They both are bad. Like vaping has a lot of negative health benefits. Or not even no benefits, just health issues.
Yeah, it has a lot of health issues because vapor should not be going into your lungs. And then ultimately, there's a disease coming out here now with everybody who does do the vaping idea or whatever. You eventually form like these kind of like bubbles inside of your lungs, and there's actually no cure for it. So anybody who does decide to go and vape, I pray for you. I don't vape. I just don't believe in it. I never believed in it from day one. And every time I actually did try to vape, I felt like my lungs was about to freaking burst. Okay, I thought I was about to die. So yeah, prayers up to you, but it's actually fortunate that people are moving away from drinking. Maybe I agree. You know, club areas or whatever may have to find a new way to bring in customers.
Dang, is club culture done? Or is it dying, bro?
Yeah.
I've been hearing that conversation
people be
too.
Having social anxiety and stuff, being outside, like people are always thinking something bad's gonna happen.
Right.
You know, I think that plays a big factor into why people ain't even drinking anymore like that. So
no, I feel you for real.
Good.
But maybe we're all becoming a little bit more health conscious.
And you know what's kind of crazy is history repeats itself, and that's just how it goes. Because over 100 years ago, like literally almost to this year, 2025, in 1920, you know, prohibition had started. So it's interesting where, you know, even back then there was a pocket of people who was like, no, we're not going to be drinking. But now society has started to be in like, you know what? I don't think we want to drink anymore. It's a collective thought, collective effort.
And last but not least, you guys, I want to say congratulations to SZA because SZA has joined the shoe company Vans as its first artistic director. So on Thursday, the footwear company announced a multi-year creative partnership with the 5-time Grammy winner. As part of her new role as artistic director, SZA will be working working closely with the company and exploring her creative talents outside of music. She will be in charge of reimagining and overseeing the brand's upcoming campaigns, and co-creating and designing exclusive production collections will include new pieces and shoe styles that will fit with her unique and carefree style. And you know, I actually like this because you don't like that she's doing this?
It's not 2012.
What do you mean it's not 2012? But see, and this is exactly why I hope that SZA kills it in this role. Because if she is able to bring back Vans, bro, through her power, that's like saying if Pharrell was in charge of Vans, like, it ain't gonna be popping no more. Like, all of these artists now are venturing off and doing other things. Like, I remember at one point Tiana Taylor was like working with, I think it was like Pretty Little Thing before they did they whole little revamp and stuff, and she had a higher up role with that. But people are starting to see that music ain't paying the bills, one, and two, they just want to showcase all of their different creative talents that they have, whether that be fashion or beauty or music or, you know, whatever that it might be. So shout out to SZA for joining Vans as their creative or artistic director, I should say, their first artistic director. Yeah. And I wonder what other artists are gonna, you know, follow suit and start venturing off in this way, because you don't have to only just stick to music. You know, you see Beyonce, she has all of her own stuff. She has a hair care line, she has her liquor line, she's doing everything. So yeah,
as you should. And I mean, I think this play right here with SZA becoming partnering with Vans, this play isn't, you know, anything new. This is actually a historical play that brands have done since they realized how powerful and influential black people are. Yeah, you know, from using hip hop to sell things to using R&B to sell things. They just know for a fact once they have that flavor up on there, the product skyrockets. Again, when the dudes came out with the record, I got my Vans on, but they look like sneakers. I didn't even know what Vans was up until that moment, and I never wore Vans, but when people would wear them, I respected it. And shout out to my brother too, my brother Nick. He wears Vans notoriously. Okay.
Yeah, and honestly, when it comes to Vans, I'm seeing a trend here, and I'm calling it right now. I think we're slowly getting out of the 2000s nostalgic era, and we're slowly going into the 2010s nostalgic era. And it is. It is like 2011, 2010, 2012. Because even think about Metro Boomin, his mixtape he just dropped. All nostalgia. You ever heard it yet?
No, I haven't heard it yet.
Bro, you gotta check it out. It's completely Atlanta. He got Gucci on there, he got Young Dro on there, like, and all of the music sounds like music from a mixtape from like 2009 or 2010 or 2011. So
that was really 20 years ago. That's crazy to think.
Yeah, almost.
I'm getting up there.
That idea of the 2010s is gonna start to be that new era that everybody kind of goes back to when it comes to sound, when it comes to look. So really, I think SZA is ahead of her time. Shout out to Metro Boomin too, though, because his mixtape he just dropped, he got Girls Just Wanna Have Fun. It's really good. Okay. I wish we could play it.
Check it out.
I wish we could play it, but I know we don't do instrumentals and stuff. But anyway, yeah, that was some juicy, you guys. Now, when we come back from our 3-minute juice break, we got to get in a little Yachty, since we talking about artists here, because he is currently going viral on social media and getting slammed on social media for having a very inappropriate, I will say he tried to make it a punchline, but it 100% was not a punchline. And I want to know what you guys think about it, because I'll just give you a hint. It has to do with George Floyd. So keep it locked, you guys. We got more coming up here on this Sip to That Friday on Jammin' with Juice.
Don't touch that dial. You are jamming with Juice on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, 1017thetruth.com, and streaming live on YouTube. Like and subscribe to our 1017 The Truth YouTube channel.
Ride the wave to clean at Tsunami Express Car Wash, Milwaukee's fan favorite for a winning shine. Become a monthly member and enjoy unlimited washes for less than $1 per day. Plus, skip the wait in the fast lane and enjoy unbeatable amenities like free vacuums and tire air. Visit any of their convenient locations in Midtown Milwaukee, Waukesha, Greenfield, Oak Creek, and Mount Pleasant. Tsunami Express Car Wash. Wash, chill, repeat. Learn more at tsunamiexpress.com.
Are you scrolling scrolling through life instead of living it? With US Cellular's US Mode, it's easier than ever to block out distractions and focus on what truly matters, making genuine connections. And now through the 10K Life in US Mode sweepstakes, you could win $10,000 to reconnect with what's most important. Imagine the joy of creating lifelong memories with loved ones on a once-in-a-lifetime journey. Don't miss out. Enter now at giveaway.uscellular.com. No purchase necessary. Sweepstakes runs now to August 31st, 2025. See official contest rules online. Switch to US Mode and live more.
It's time for Truth Takes, a thought-provoking commentary on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Here is Ben Jammin with his truth.
Truth Nation and all the Juicy Jammers out there, can I be real with you for a second? We live in a world that's obsessed with right now. But God doesn't do right now. God does right on time. Psalms 27 verse 14 says, wait on the Lord, be of good courage, and he shall strengthen thine heart. Truth Nation, there was a time in my life where I felt completely stuck. I couldn't find a job to save my life. I'm talking interview after interview. And my gas tank was always on empty. Just pure struggle. I hated it. Then I finally caught a break. One morning, I got offered a job at the Hilton Hotel. All I had to do was sign my paperwork at 10 a.m. and I'd have a job. Only thing was, I didn't have the gas to get there. So I made a plan. Wake up early, Benjamin. Go donate plasma, Benjamin, just to get $50. Yes, Benjamin. Buy yourself some gas and pay your phone bill. Now, I hated donating plasma, but it was my only means of income. The plan sounded simple, right? But everything went wrong that morning. From no gas in my car, to the donation of my plasma at the plasma center, to me not getting the job at the hotel because I was late. I remember crying out to God, what do you want from me? Now, a week had went by, and a good friend looked at me and said, Benjamin, you can't rush greatness. And you know what? My friend was right. Because if I had got what I wanted at that time, working at the hotel, then I wouldn't be over the radio talking to you all each and every day, letting y'all know how amazing you all are. So if you're waiting for your moment, feeling drained, literally or spiritually, don't quit. Don't rush what God is still preparing. Because sometimes not getting what you want is a wonderful stroke of luck.
This has been Truth Takes on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Listen to Jammin' with Juice with Ben Jammin and Carrie Noni weekdays from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m.
Some good news regarding that earlier garbage truck that was broken down in the hail towards 894 North. That has been cleared out of the way. We do still have some backup stretching onto the rock towards 124th Street heading east, but those should clear themselves up momentarily. Elsewhere, generally light volume across the system, save for 4145 North from about Highway 100 up towards Burleigh, and then south from about Hampton Avenue down to Capitol Drive. And checking the Storm Team forecast for today, sunny and warm, a high around 85. Chance for some showers and storms tonight with a low of 72. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Adam Roberts on 1017 The Truth.
This is Jammin' with Juice on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, 1017thetruth.com, and streaming live on YouTube. Shout out to the Juicy Jammers riding the wave.
Truth Nation, it is your girl Noni Juice for Steinhafels, and if better sleep has been hard to come by, I'm trying to tell you, you are not alone, and the right mattress can make all the difference. That is why Helix Sleep and Steinhafels have teamed up to bring their award-winning mattresses to Steinhafels. Now you can try Helix in person, something you can't do just anywhere. So right now, Steinhafels is offering 20% off all Helix mattress orders just for our listeners. So head to steinhafels.com so you can learn more. Helix Sleep at Steinhafels. Better sleep, it starts right now, y'all.
I need to get some of that better sleep.
I got me some good sleep last night because that boat and that ride and that all day yesterday had me, ready to say night-night. But definitely go to Steinhafels and get y'all mattresses, okay? So you can have the best sleep of your life.
I might have to go to Steinhafels and just try all the beds out.
You are going to have to do that.
Just lay on one and be like, I've always actually wanted to do that. Just pull up to one of them people and be like, hey, I'm going to try the bed real quick. Let me sleep. Yeah. Do they kick me out or do I stay?
I would love for you to test it. Yeah. Just to see.
I would test it out for 8 hours. Let me test it for 8 hours.
You're crazy. And you know what's so crazy is I think you would actually do that. That's what is so crazy to me. But welcome back, everybody. You are tapped into Jammin' with Juice as we are about to get into Lil Yachty. Lil Boat, since we talking about the eras back then, like the 2010s era. So right now, Lil Boat, or should I say Lil Yachty, he is currently under fire right now on social media, because he appeared on Plaque Max's live stream. If y'all don't know Plaque Max, he is a streamer who has been working lately with a lot of hip-hop rappers and creating beats for them, and they've been making music, and it's been going viral. So he hopped on Plaque Max's live stream and previewed his new song. Yachty told the streamer, "I want them to hear me on this one." And as the song began to play, the streamer and others in the room nodded their heads to the beat as Yachty mouthed the lyrics. However, social media users were not here when he began to rap a certain lyric. And we have that lyric, and we are about to play it right now. Andrew, can you please play for the people what Lil Yachty said in his song?
Wait for it. ITSUS, I'm finna go break the bank for it. Put my knee up on her neck, I went George Floyd. I be tweaking, she get wet, she gon' wait for me.
Whoa! He said what?
I put my knee up on her neck. I went George Floyd.
Yes, put my knee up on her neck. I went George Floyd. Everyone began dragging Lil Yachty after hearing those lyrics, calling him disgusting, I'm calling him distasteful. Some people even said he was like vile and super trash because he mentioned George Floyd in that way.
Lil Yachty is bad at having sex. Who's putting a knee up on your neck, and how you doing that one?
Ain't that like BDSM or something?
Hey, you been down to that Shannon Sharp type of stuff. I guess
you know, you never know.
BDSM.
Big black man on big little white girl. But no, seriously, that was crazy. That was crazy, and the bar wasn't even hot, y'all. Like it wasn't really a punchline. It's like he said it just to say it. And in those types of moments, you got to think to yourself. It's like, why am I even doing this? Why am I saying this? Why do I even think this is cool? Mm-hmm. You know, like I haven't really heard too much from Lil Yachty in the past, couple years. I know he's trying to, I don't want to say make a comeback because he could have been doing stuff behind the scenes, but
he has been. He's a songwriter for Drake.
Exactly. But it's like, why would you say that? Why would you say those lyrics? So everyone started coming for him, as they should. What were you gonna say?
Well, you know, it'd be the people that be in the background, right? You in the studio, you got your raps going. Woo, everybody got the blunts going and probably off some drugs and lean. And he said, "I'll put my knee up on her neck. I went George Floyd," and probably the whole room went crazy. Nobody checked him, and nobody checked him for the quality control to make certain that if he put that out there into the public, that everybody would like it. They said, "No, Yachty, you the man. You go ahead and do it." You know, and that's what happens when you have a bunch of yes men around you, and not people that's going to keep you up on your square.
I mean, they all definitely need to be held accountable. I don't know what that looks like. Maybe just call them all out, because Yachty, like you said, Yachty didn't do that alone. I'm sure he didn't make that somewhere in the closet of his room and then played it for everybody for the first time.
He said, "This fire right here."
You know what I'm saying? And the fact that he even thought that would be cool, to me, makes no sense. But how do y'all feel about those song lyrics? Like, do you think at some point you kind of have to read the room in a sense, and you kind of have to be like, okay,
What room in the room is only yes men around you who are only looking to benefit off of you blowing up?
But you got to think outside of just the room. I'm talking about the streamers that were in the room, as far as like the people on the stream.
They're kids.
Like they had, but hey, actually,
I'm making no excuses.
Actually, that actually is a good point. They are kids. Mm-hmm. And what was that, 5 years ago that situation happened? Those kids are probably, like middle school or something like that?
For sure.
Because a lot of high schoolers are on stream. Mm-hmm. But do you think Yachty took it too far? And do you think people can take it too far with their song lyrics? Because I'm going to say yes. But 833-212-1017. Call in. Let us know how you feel about this Lil Yachty song. And honestly, do you think people can take it too far just in general when it comes to songs, when they're writing lyrics and things that they are saying? Like, should people have backlash for some of the content that they do put out here? 833-212-1017. We got more Jammin' with Juice coming up on this Sip to That Friday. Let us know some.
Wait for it. ITSUS, I'm finna go break the bank for it. Put my knee up on her neck, I went George Floyd.
1017 The Truth, The Truth app, 1017thetruth.com, and streaming live on YouTube. Like and subscribe to our 1017 The Truth YouTube channel.
Hello, my name is Cindy, and I'm a rising sophomore and a proud Tiger at Riverside University High School. What I love about Riverside is the coursework that really helps me get ready for college. At Riverside, students can take advanced placement and dual enrollment classes and earn college credits while they are still in high school. I love that Riverside has so many clubs like forensics, student council, robotics, and the chess club. With so many options, there is something for everyone. On Saturday, August 23rd, from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m., please join us at Riverside for the Truth Family Fest. We will have entertainment, food trucks, and vendors.
Hey, Truth Nation, it's your girl Noni Juice for Steinhafels. If better sleep has been hard to come by, you're not alone. And the right mattress can make all the difference. That's why Helix Sleep and Steinhafels have teamed up to bring their award-winning mattress to Steinhafels. Now you can try Helix in person, something you can't do just anywhere. Right now, Steinhafels is offering 20% off all Helix mattress orders just for our listeners. Head to steinhafels.com to learn more. Helix Sleep at Steinhafels. Better sleep starts now.
Step right up and gaze into my crystal ball. I see flashing lights, spinning reels, and a big win. This August, you have a ticket to a cash carnival at Potawatomi. Play with your rewards card and earn entries to win your share of $300,000 in cash and prizes. Prize drawings every Thursday through August 28th. Your fortune awaits only at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
It's 1017 The Truth's Dr. Ken Harris for Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. It all started with a new invention in 1925, the roll screen. The ability to roll a window screen up and down like a shade. Pella invested in this breakthrough when the business was born in Pella, Iowa, and has introduced the world to innovation, game-changing decisions ever since. They've been at it for a century. When you want long-lasting comfort and reliability, it's easy to trust Pella. Every piece is specifically constructed for you and your home, and always designed with innovation and rigorously tested for quality and performance. The Pella team takes pride in constructing quality windows and doors with meticulous attention to every detail. Investing in new Pella windows and doors creates long-term energy savings and durability that lasts for years. There's no reason to wait, because if you order by August 31st, get 0% interest for up to 60 months. Certain restrictions apply. Yes, that's up to 5 years with no interest payments, so don't miss out. Visit PellaWI.com today.
This is Jammin' with Juice on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, 1017thetruth.com, and streaming live on YouTube. Shout out to the Juicy Jammers riding the wave.
Are you ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply just refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. So learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Welcome back to Jammin' with Juice, everyone. And good morning, Milwaukee. You are now tapped into what we got going on here on Jammin' with Juice, as we are talking about Lil Yachty and a lyric that he had in his song when he was on Black Boy Max's stream, where he said, let me actually pull it up. He said, knee on her neck. Or we actually got the clip. Let's play the clip, actually, Andrew.
Wait for it. ITSUS, I'm finna go break the bank for it. Put my knee up on her neck, I went George Floyd. I be tweaking, she get wet, she gon' wait for me.
My knee up on her neck, I went George Floyd. I put my knee up on her neck, I went George Floyd. Is this the most BDSM lyric I didn't ever heard? Most disrespectful lyric I didn't ever heard? Especially after everything that happened in 2020. Come on now.
No, I 100% agree. And I think there definitely is some type of I keep saying he has to read the room, but like you're saying, wasn't nobody even in the room for him to, talk about that. But even just in general, in his mind, that's how you know how detached people are from certain situations. Right. Is because for him to even think that those lyrics would even hit at all.
Yeah.
Like, who did he think they would hit for? You know, like me as a rapper, I don't think I would be saying stuff that could potentially, I don't want to say get me canceled, quote unquote, but things that are just insensitive to that family.
Right.
You know, you got to understand his daughter now is of age to see these things and hear these things. And now you're bringing up a bunch of trauma for the people who had to live through it. Like his friend, former NBA player Steven Jackson. So he went online and he started dragging the rapper Lil Yachty after he mentioned his late friend George Floyd in a new song. And he pretty much was saying, like, that was really weak. Like, that was some weak stuff that you did there. And I'm not going to give this too much attention, but just know that that's weak.
Right.
And I agree. You're
Very
hurting
much so.
people with the things that you're saying. And I know some people are like, oh, well, don't be so sensitive. You know, it's just lyrics. It doesn't mean anything. But words definitely has meaning.
It has power.
And it does. It has power. And you can't, like, certain things you just shouldn't say. And you would think, being a black person, you would understand that that's not something that you kind of like play around with. You shouldn't play with stuff like that.
No, for real. And I definitely say that Lil Yachty has to go and apologize to the George Floyd family, just like Lil Wayne did when he talked about beat that cookie up like he Emmett Till. You know, so
exactly.
You know, it's just offensive lyrics like that, especially when you talk about people in our black community that we hold near and dear to our hearts. We will not have any Emmett Till slander. We will not have any George Floyd slander, especially coming from our own people. The only people that got excited about that George Floyd bar were people who scream Blue Lives Matter.
100%. But 833-212-1017, let us know, you know, do you think that sometimes people can take their lyrics a little bit too far? Can things be a little too insensitive? Or is it just, oh, it's just rap, it doesn't matter? Let's go to G High. What's poppin', G High? Juicy Jammer, good morning.
Good morning. What's poppin' with y'all?
Hey, we just say.
First thing, that wasn't a good bar at all because Derek Chauvin is the one that put the knee on somebody, not George Floyd. So that's why these rappers trash in the first place. But I want us to stay consistent on these arguments because George Floyd ain't the only innocent black person that died. We didn't have this same type of gripe when they was talking about smoking Tuka or when Dirk or Young Thug speaking about killing black people all the time. And so oftentimes I understand that the lyric was bogus, but let's hold the same standard across the board when we talking about people making money off taking innocent black lives every day. We got to hold that same standard. George Floyd was one man that died, but it's a lot of rappers. As a matter of fact, in the past 10 years, a lot of rappers have become millionaires just off talking about killing other black men. It's called drill rap.
That's real.
And it was real popular going on. You know what I'm talking about? We understand George Floyd got a family. It's thousands of black mothers and fathers and brothers and sisters across the country that have lost their kids and then had to hear about that BS in the song. Right. So I just want us to keep the same standard, man, when it come all the way across the board because we losing the people that we love, man. No. Y'all have a good morning.
You too. God bless you.
Thank you, G High.
Especially over this
God bless you, brother. Yeah.
Appreciate you. G High actually brings up a good point, but, you know, I kind of want to unpack that a little bit in hour two, you know, and talk about it because he does bring up a good point. Why don't we keep that same energy when other rappers are talking about people that they've killed in songs and disrespecting them and their families have to hear about it? But 833-212-1017. Hour two of Jammin with Juice is coming up. It's also what the business is, and we got our Sip to That Friday. So keep it locked. More in store on Jammin with Juice.
From the biggest stars to the greatest moments. Behind the Bucks is Bucks history like you've never heard it before. It's all on Behind the Bucks on the Bucks Plus audio network. Behind the Bucks is presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. Available now on bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the new ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get podcasts.
Your expression on your face, that's got to me. And the man wasn't lying.
What you mean the expression on my face? How can you see my face? You listening to me on the radio, man.
No, I'm watching you on YouTube, too.
Oh, all right, then. You're an old man, and you know about YouTube. How old are you, Adam? You about 85.
83.
I'll be dipped. How blessed are we to have you?
Watch all your favorite 1017 The Truth shows by subscribing to 1017 The Truth on YouTube.
Talk to these people in terms of how do I register for this program despite my reservations and my previous experiences of rejection?
Yes, I tell anybody and everybody that you can buy a house. It may take somebody longer than the other person depending on what your circumstances is with your credit and income and affordability, but you can purchase a house. The first step would be is to register for our program. You can come to our office, 7830 West Burleigh Street, or you can give us a call at 414-461-6330, or just go onto our website, hri-wi.org. Register for the first-time home buyer education workshop. That's going to be your first step to home ownership. During that class, you're going to learn everything that you need to know from A to Z, how to get approved for a house, how to look for a house and put an accepted offer, and how to close on a home.
Attention Milwaukee County residents. As we move into the recovery phase from recent flooding, it's crucial to stay safe and informed. If you've experienced property damage, please report it by calling 211. That is 211. For public damage like downed trees, visit milwaukee.gov/click4action. Over the next few days, Milwaukee County officials will be doing property evaluations of the damage. The county will report total damages to the state of Wisconsin. We appreciate your help and support. Free trash and recycling drop-off centers are available through Sunday, August 17th, located at 3879 West Lincoln Avenue and 6660 North Industrial Road. If you are displaced from your home or experiencing homelessness due to flooding, call the American Red Cross of Wisconsin at 1-800-RED-CROSS for resources and services. If you are experiencing a housing emergency due to flooding, you can go directly to Milwaukee Marshall High School for shelter, 4141 North 64th Street, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. For more information, visit wem.wi.gov. You're listening to the new 1017 The Truth, founded in partnership with American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. 1017 FM, 1510 AM, WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. This is Jammin' with Juice on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, 1017thetruth.com, and streaming live on YouTube. Shout out to the Juicy Jammers riding the wave. Truth Nation. Now it's time for What the Business Is, powered by We Energies. Call in right now at 833-212-1017 and let Jammin' with Juice know what your business is. Whether it's a startup or a Fortune 500 company, we want to know what the business is. Powered by We Energies. Energy you can depend on.
The business is. What the business is. Call in, text in if you listening. Call in, tell me how you get it, man. Call in, text in what your business is. Is you a fisherman? Is you listening? Call in, text in how you get it, man. 833-212-1017. Tell me how you make your green. Yeah, I did it all off a dream. Me, Benjamin from Racine. Whoa, tell me yeah. Call in.
Not
yeah.
you surprising
Tell
yourself.
me,
with your lyrics.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah. Proud myself. Might surprise myself. I rob myself. Ooh, yeah. I drop myself. Call in, text in, what your business?
You said you rob yourself, Ben.
Yeah, I do rob myself.
I thought you said you rob yourself.
I do rob myself sometimes too.
Okay.
You ever rob yourself for something?
Oh, you ride or you rob?
I ride, I rob, I drive. I do a lot of things myself.
Okay, riding yourself.
But if you do some things yourself, you should call in right now, especially you being an entrepreneur. Call in right now at 833-212-1017. Let us know how we can promote you right now at this moment in time. And it's all powered by We Energies. They came up with all of this good stuff.
100%. 833-212-1017. Like Ben said, how you get your green? Is you from Racine?
Hey.
You know what I'm saying?
I did surprise myself with that.
I know you did. You said, I can't believe this man is spitting like this. In your third person.
Hey, for real though.
This man is spitting.
I gotta see myself to see myself. But
yeah.
I guarantee you that's what Lil Yachty and them was thinking though. Like, oh man, that bar fire. That bar fire. No, you gotta go up in there and say that, Yachty. Say that joint. You know, we're gonna make $1 million off of this.
I will real quick just give a something that's going on this weekend that I want y'all to know about. Shout out to this business. I'm talking about the J Academy. Shout out to Shake James. He is having his back to school shoes and a book bag giveaway this weekend, actually tomorrow. From 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. He's going to have haircuts. He's going to have food and face painting. And they're celebrating year 15 of doing this back to school shoes and book bags giveaway with J Academy. So make sure you guys are there. It's going to be at, I believe, his store, Black Market MKE, which is at 1935 West Hampton Avenue. So on 19th and Hampton. Parents must be present for the kids to get their shoes and their book bags and whatever it is else that they need. But make sure you guys are there for the kids, all right? We talked about back to school not too long ago and about getting supplies and stuff like that. And they're going to have book bags for y'all and shoes. They're giving out like 1,000, I think. 1,000 plus 3. 1,003. That's so funny. But yeah, 1,003 shoes and book bag giveaway. So get there early, get there on time. You know what I'm saying? So you can get your kids right for the rest of the summer and the beginning of the school year. Shout out to Shake for this every single year too, by the way. Again, 19th in Hampton, tomorrow, August 16th, 11 a.m. to 4 p.m.
I would really love to be interviewing Eric Shake James right now, the owner of Clicks, Sneaks, and so much more, who actually for real though, y'all, invented one of my favorite shoes that I'm wearing right now. Okay, I'm wearing the shoe right now, for real. But and it's called the Twilights. My bad, Shake. It's called the Twilights. Anyway, it's still one of my favorite shoes. I want more colors and colorways in these shoes right here. But with that being said, I would love to ask him when it comes down to the 1,003. You said backpacks,
shoes, and backpacks
that he's giving away. I wonder how the 1003 is actually significant to him, because I know when it comes down to numbers, they're very significant to that brother. So
yeah, I think he said he goes up every year. I think, if I'm not wrong, but like you said, I wish Shake was here so we could actually ask him directly. But I think he goes up every year. He adds on another one.
Sounds like he's working very hard for another community award night. You know.
Yes, because he definitely is out here in the community. And I'm not gonna lie to you. Actually, I'll save it. But yes, no, shout out to Shake for having that giveaway and trying to just be there for the kids, per usual, with the haircuts, the backpacks, the shoes, the face paint, and all of the things. But if you have a business that you want to shout out, something going on over this weekend, 833-212-1017 for What the Business Is, powered by We Energies. All right. Now, going back to this conversation, talking about Lil Yachty, talking about George Floyd, and I actually want to bring back up what G-High actually mentioned, because G-High made a good point and said that, I actually want to, make sure I'm bringing to the forefront, bringing to the light that we got other rappers who talk about killing people all day, every day, killing the dead. I don't want to say dead homies, because they're not their homies if, they smoking on that whatever pack, you know what I mean? But we have these types of situations going on all the time. Why don't we give that any type of energy? Why do we allow for a Lil Durk or whoever to say that they smoking on whoever, or they happy that they killed yada yada yada, and their families of the victims have to hear those lyrics and we don't care? We rap those proudly, but when it comes to a George Floyd, why are we so upset about those types of lyrics? I would love y'all thoughts on that. 833-212-1017. My thoughts on it, and y'all can tell me if I'm wrong, because I'm not a street girl, so I don't necessarily know how the streets work 100%. But one thing that I have heard is if you live by the gun, you die by the gun. And if you are somebody who is in like street gang related activities, you kind of know what could potentially take place. I'm not saying that that's right by any means. I don't think anybody needs to be killing anybody, shooting anybody, running up on anybody, drive-bying by anybody. Absolutely not. I'm not saying that whatsoever. But what I am saying is when you live a certain lifestyle, you have to expect that certain things could potentially happen to you. And I'm not saying that we should be insensitive to those families as well, or to those people who did lose their lives in that way. But to my understanding, that's just something that happens in street culture and street, whatever you want to call it, right? Now, with a George Floyd situation, when it comes to police brutality and police injustices, that is a little bit, I don't want to say it's deeper of an issue, because I think the street-related activity is a deep issue as well. Don't get me wrong. But I think how the situation happened with George Floyd, how we had that emotional connection to him from that video with him calling out for his mom, and we are witnessing this man literally get strangled to death with a knee on his neck on the ground for doing, you know, it wasn't required, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I think those are completely two different types of situations, but I could be wrong. Y'all can educate me. 833-212-1017.
See, you know, because what I would like to say to this, because again, I agree with a lot of everybody out there. I agree with what Jihad said, and I'm agreeing with a lot of people. I think that the Lil Yachty lyric was uncalled for, but there's been many lyrics that are uncalled for from rappers, whether it was Lil Wayne talking about, you know, I'll beat that cookie up, like Emmett Till, you know, or Rick Ross talking about, yeah, he put a Molly on her drink and she didn't even know. I think a lot of those rap lyrics are uncalled for, and you know, when people do bring it to the limelight or do highlight those types of things, I think that's when, you know, you definitely need to check yourself and look in the mirror at yourself as a man, and actually come to the pulpit and apologize to those families. I do understand on a few different angles when it comes down to, you know, hip hop and how dangerous it can be, because there are a lot of people out there, and I just did a rabbit hole on this just a few days ago, but that do get influenced by what they see on the TV screens, and they want to go and act these things out, and now they put it into their raps, talking about spinning the block on the ops and all these other things. It creates a cycle of us going out here and killing each other, even when it comes down to like somebody who's not a rapper. Now they're just influenced by the rapper. They're influenced by, I would say, like the Chicken Peas of the world or whatever, the Lil Durks of the world, to go out and do some violent acts and commit violent crimes from time to time. But with that being said, you know, I also want to say that again, I did a rabbit hole on this, you know, that it is a psychological warfare that has been done to us in our music. It has corrupted our music to make us think about these types of ideas and killing each other, and not, you know, bringing each other together and uniting each other and actually talking to each other with positive words of affirmation versus, you know, destruction, which we constantly continuously hear, even when we talk about these self-hate type of ideas that Lil Yachty goes and spits out. You know, I think again it was childish and immature for him to put that out there, especially given the platform that he has. You know, a great man once said in a Marvel comic book, you know, with great power comes great responsibility. You know, so you need to make certain that if you do have a platform, that you are responsible with that platform and influence. You know, once you misuse your influence, that's when we create the dangerous society that we, you know, are afraid to go outside in the club and just enjoy ourselves. Or like, you know, even an OG Tweezy being here in Milwaukee, known as Milwaukee's mayor, known as somebody that is loved by all of Milwaukee and some, and just unfortunately being at the wrong place, wrong time, and getting hit by a bullet that, you know, what wasn't intended for him. So ultimately, all I'm saying is when it comes down to this destructive nature of our music, we need to really figure out how we can hone in on this thing and take more control over it, because for the past 20, 30 years, that has been an agenda placed upon us. And I'm talking, when I say us, I'm talking about Black Americans, to destroy us through the advent of our music, which really, music is one of our greatest superpowers that was bestowed upon us before God, you know. So it's a universal language that we truly control, and we need to take back that control and learn how to use it positively and not negatively. But call in, Truth Nation, 833-212-1017. How y'all feeling about this Lil Yachty lyric? And or call in and let us know what your business is.
Yes, let's go to Al. What's poppin', Juicy Jim or Alan? Good morning.
You know, I think, you know, it didn't really, you know, do that much to me. But I will say this when it comes to the music.
Mm-hmm.
Black people with the music have been taught to have no value in one another, but also been taught to fear the white man. Now, if they took those same lyrics and them guns and them bullets and started protecting one another, I guarantee George Floyd will still be alive. Because if all this music said, I'm going to make the white man a YN or just make him an N, you'll probably have a new type of respect. See, because you're told to look at each other as less value and look at the white man as he's the God. And that's what's happening in the music. And then don't forget the producers that's behind the music. A lot of them are not black neither. Right. And the ones who are black is making these rappers take out life insurance policies. So when they feel when your music ain't no good, time for you to take that good long nap. Bloop, bloop. Y'all have yourself a good day. Just beware the eyes of March and use the basic common sense. Don't use the guns to shoot each other. Use the guns to protect one another.
Right.
You might have a new amount of respect coming from the ones that's trying to take you down. Have a good weekend, everybody. Use the middle name only.
Be safe,
Bye-bye.
man. Be safe.
Yeah,
Be
thank
safe.
you, Al.
No, seriously, because it's just so destructive out here, man. You know, whether it's our words being used or the physical force that we use against one another. It's crazy out here, dog.
No, I 100% agree. And I actually want to respond to somebody who said something on the YouTube chat here. When we come back, though, from our juice break, and also we have what the business is, and I see we have a Diane on the line. So hold on, Diane. We're going to get to your business when we come back from our juice break, and you all can
We're
still...
gonna hold it down for you, Diane.
Yeah, we're going to still do what the business is. So if you would like to call in as well about your business, 833-212-1017 for what the business is, powered by We Energies. And then I'm going to respond to, I think it's 50 and Fit with Mick. Yeah. Oh, 50 and Fit with Mick. Shout out to 50 and Fit with Mick in the chat. All right, keep it locked, you guys. More Jammin' with Juice coming up.
Don't touch that dial. You are jamming with Juice on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, 1017thetruth.com, and streaming live on YouTube. Like and subscribe to our 1017 The Truth YouTube channel.
Brew Crew Tuesdays are back on August 19th.
Churio sends it deep to left, and there she goes.
Catch the Brewers on local TV as they battle the Chicago Cubs.
And Yelich launches one deep right center field. Forget about it. Oh, my goodness. Third deck.
This edition of Brew Crew Tuesdays is presented by Delta Dental of Wisconsin. Tune in August 19th at 7:05 on Fox 6 in Milwaukee, or check your local listings to watch the game.
Step right up and gaze into my crystal ball. I see flashing lights, spinning reels, and a big win. This August, you have a ticket to a cash carnival at Potawatomi. Play with your rewards card and earn entries to win your share of $300,000 in cash and prizes. Prize drawings every Thursday through August 28th. Your fortune awaits only at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Are you or anyone you know looking for a new job opportunity? Attend the City of Milwaukee Job Fair on Thursday, August 21st from noon to 3 p.m. at Manpower Group, located at 100 Manpower Place. This event occurs in collaboration with Hip Hop Week. To register, visit joindcmke.com and choose the option to create your profile here. Completion of your profile is necessary to attend this event. Representatives from multiple employment sectors will be present to meet with you and share opportunities for hiring, training, upskilling, and more. We will also feature a live DJ, food and refreshments while supplies last. Brought to you by Council members Russell W. Stamper II and Robert Bauman. Sponsored by City of Milwaukee, Milwaukee Common Council, City of Milwaukee Department of Administration, Office of Community Wellness and Safety, Manpower Group, Northcott Neighborhood House, Fathers Making Progress, Northwest Side Community Development Corporation, State of Wisconsin DWD, Ross Innovative Employment Solutions, Goodwill Industries of Southeast Wisconsin, UMOS, DCMKE, 30th Street Corridor, Boys and Girls Clubs of Greater Milwaukee, Milwaukee County Parks, Greater Milwaukee Urban League, Maximus, and Amplifier.
This is Jammin' with Juice on 1017 The Truth app, 1017thetruth.com, and streaming live on YouTube. Shout out to the Juicy Jammers riding the wave.
It's 1017 101.7 The Truth's Noni Juice for my friends at Sweet Talks, a woman-owned and operated medical spa fostering self-love and confidence. They believe that beauty is about feeling empowered from within, and this is truly a passion for the team at Sweet Talks. As they say, your goals are our goals. Their expert registered nurse injectors go beyond injectables, offering facials, lasers, medical weight loss, hormone therapy, and so much more. They even have a cafe complimentary to all patients. So get started today at Sweet Talks in Menominee Falls. Learn more at sweettalks.com. And like I said, shout out to Sweet Talks for popping up to the WTMJ Classic yesterday, looking super cute in a little pink skirt and the Sweet Talks shirt. I was telling Maddie, I'm like, yeah, girl, I gotta come in there and get my facial like sometime next week. I was gonna go today. Maybe they could squeeze me in, but definitely got to find some time next week for sure while I don't have any Brewers game. So shout out to Sweet Talks. Going over there and tell them Noni Juice sent y'all. But welcome back, everyone. You are tapped into Waking Up to Sipping on Jammin with Juice on this Sip to That Friday. 833-212-1017. We're talking about Lil Yachty and his George Floyd rap, but it is also what the business is, powered by We Energy. So if you would like to call in and let us know about your business or a business that you just like, or even an event that's going on this week and you want to just shout it out to the people, let the people know on these airwaves, make sure you do so at 833-212-1017. But going back to Lil Yachty and his George Floyd rap, where he said knee on her neck, got doing George Floyd or whatever he said that was extremely distasteful, that I don't appreciate.
Yeah, I put my knee up on her neck. I went George Floyd.
That's crazy to me. That's insane.
BDSM crazy.
But that's not even BDSM at that point. You're killing someone. And I just want people to know, like, you can potentially kill somebody if you're doing stuff like that. Like, if you choking them too hard, like, you can hurt someone.
Very true. It's happened
that's
here in
part of
Wisconsin
it, you
before.
know? Like, it's not something cool to do. But I wanted to go to where did it go?
We should actually play that bar all over again.
You want to play it all over again?
Yeah,
Andrew, you got it?
You got it up, man.
Can you live that up for us?
Yeah, just in case you guys haven't heard the Lil Yachty lyric, the bars that he was talking about, in my opinion, definitely disrespecting George Floyd and, you know, everything that we even did in 2020, you know. And it's so crazy because, like, I've always felt this way, but I knew there was a certain pocket of people who cared about what happened to George Floyd. But then I also knew there was a whole other pocket of people who didn't give a damn about what happened with George Floyd. I mean, here it is 5 years later, and we still ain't made no progress from George Floyd passing away. We still ain't got the George Floyd bill passed at all. White House don't give a damn about that. In fact, right now, the White House is whitewashing history as we know it. So you know what? They may use this Lil Yachty lyric as the poster child to tell people that, hey, it's okay to disrespect George Floyd. But you know what? I don't believe so. And DJ Andrew, can you play that clip so people can hear exactly what Lil Yachty was talking about, disrespecting George Floyd?
Wait for it. I TSUS, I'm finna go break the bank for it. Put my knee up on her neck, I went George Floyd. I be tweaking, she get wet, she gon' wait.
And you know, it's like they over there just bobbing their heads, don't even know what he talking about. Don't even know what he's saying over there.
And that's the problem, man, because these beats be just driving people. Like, there are people who just are just, oh, I just like the beat. I'm going crazy. The beat is nice. I'm going crazy. But the lyrics, you guys just don't even decide to pick up on. You know, that ultimately enter into your psyche to make you act out in certain ways. You just listen to the beat going crazy to it. You know, mind you, that beat is actually played at a low vibrational frequency to hit your lower chakra, so it brings out the worst in you and not the best. But hey, call in Truth Nation at 833-212-1017. How y'all feeling about this Lil Yachty George Floyd lyric? Is it disrespectful? Is it distasteful? What should Yachty do afterwards? Call in.
And shout out to Josh Jermaine on the chat who said, sad thing is he thought he got off, shaking my head. Exactly. He 100% thought that he got off. He felt too comfortable saying that. He thought that was going to hit.
Right.
Like, you wanted that to be the lyric that goes viral, bro. But maybe in his mind, he's like, hey, all publicity is good publicity. So when it comes to this lyric, I got everybody talking about it. Jammin with Juice over here talking about it, and they a big show. So if Jammin with Juice is talking about it,
we on now.
We up.
It's up. It's up now, Juice. You know, so crazy. But like, it's plenty of people, Juice, when it comes down to their lyrics, are just super distasteful and disrespectful. Like, it seems like even Kanye had been on a crazy run, you know, disrespecting the Jewish community. You know, he even went on to make a record called like Hail Hitler. You know, and I, you know, being the journalist that I am, you know, following my hip hop journalistic integrity, I had to listen to what Kanye West was putting down. He is an icon or a pop culture figure, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna listen to the song and actually see what this brother is talking about. And you know what? I actually liked the song all except for the Hail Hitler part, because I felt like that was too much. It was too distasteful. I'm not gonna talk about hailing anybody who I thought could have been the Antichrist. I'm just gonna put that out there. All right, I really do thoroughly believe that Hitler was the first coming of the Antichrist, because the damage he was going to do to the rest of the world. But it's one of them things to me where it's just like, dog, like, how far are you willing to go to get a rise out of people? Or do you just want attention? Is this what it want? Is this all you want? And at what cost? You know what I'm saying? This could be the cost of your livelihood. This could cost somebody else their life. Again, even when we talk about this George Floyd lyric or bars that Lil Yachty put out there, his daughter has to listen to this. His daughter probably was a fan of Lil Yachty before this. You know, so what is this doing to her psyche and the psyche of George Floyd's family right now? You know, it's hurtful. It is very hurtful. But call in Truth Nation at 833-212-1017.
Real quick, I want to go back to something that G-High said when he had mentioned, like, well, why don't we say anything when, you know, these other rappers mention the people who they have killed, you know, during street culture and all this other stuff, and they putting them names in songs, but we don't get mad about that. And I pretty much said, like, okay, I understand that. But to me, there's like a complete difference from George Floyd's situation to those street situations. And 50 and Fit with Mick, shout out to 50 and Fit with Mick. I hope you're still listening. He put in the chat and said, well, what if it was one of your loved ones, Carrie? And I'm assuming he's talking about like one of my loved ones got killed or something by a rapper and they put them in a song, right? And one of the things that I had said before was, I have heard that when you live by the gun, you die by the gun. And the things that you are putting out there in the world and the situations and environments that you are in can get you into some messed up situations. And honestly, if it was one of my loved ones, I would be extremely hurt. I would be so hurt that they were even involved in that type of lifestyle, because it is something that you kind of have to expect. You have to have those types of consequences. And that's why I know it's really hard sometimes when families find out that like their kids might be out there in street life or might be out there selling drugs or whatever it is, because they know the potential issues and situations and consequences that can come from that. And so when they, like, let's say, for example, put them out the house, they know what they're putting them out the house to, you know, to a street life that don't care about you at all. Nobody out there in the street life really care about you like that. They might act like they do, but they don't care about your life. So if it was my loved one, I would be extremely upset and hurt that they were put in a song that I would have to listen to and that other people would listen to, and it would bring up a lot of trauma for me. But really, I would be more so upset with myself that there was nothing that I can do to try to get them out of that lifestyle. And I really think that that's where we should be headed, or that's something that we should be thinking about is, okay, how can we get our loved ones out of this lifestyle so that doesn't necessarily happen to them where they are caught up in bad situations like that? I think I would kind of think that way, but it still is all unfortunate. Don't get me wrong. It all sucks, you know. I just think that the issues are not the same when it comes to George Floyd and just like the rappers.
I think it's related.
You think so? How so?
100,000%. It's definitely related.
Like, you think we should have the same amount of like anger, is what you're saying?
We don't necessarily have to have the same amount
or
of
distastefulness,
anger.
I should say.
I would just say we should have the same amount of respect, because we should be putting more respect on George Floyd's name. We should be putting more respect on anybody who had to pass away, unfortunately, from underneath bad circumstances. You know, as I mentioned before, you know, Tweezy, OG Tweezy, in his older age, you know, he's still out here trying to make certain that people can remain happy and try to put a smile on people's face, but he got caught by a stray.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then there was another person out there who the bullet wasn't meant for, and they ended up passing away. You know, so when we talking about this cycle of, you know, negative energy that goes out there and gets spewed out there into the world, that's something that we really need to, you know, look on and reflect on and figure out how we can make better. You know, again, they say art imitates life. You know, and if Lil Yachty is feeling this way, that, hey, you know what, George Floyd Floyd has been passed away, has been over for him for or at least 5 years, somebody, or at least in his mind, he probably thought to himself like, hey, it's probably time that, you can make a lyric like this. You can put something out there like this and get a rise out of people to make your name hot. Like, even when I looked at the stream with Black Boy Max, I'm looking at the people who's in the background and stuff, and they all look like a bunch of fake thugs. All of them look like a bunch of fake thugs. Can y'all put that picture up real quick just so people can get a visualization of what I'm talking about? They all look like fake thugs, and they don't look like...
I'm finna go break the bank for it. Put my knee up on her neck. I went George Floyd. I be tweaking, she get wet. She gon' wait for me. Wait for it. Wait for it. ITSUS, I'm finna go break the bank for it. Put my knee up on her neck. I went George Floyd. I be tweaking, she get wet. She gon' wait for me. Wait for it. Wait for it. ITSUS, I'm finna go break the bank for it.
I wasn't saying I disagreed. I kind of agree with you, but I say I'm saying ultimately
because you said they were the same, so I was trying to understand.
I believe they're one and the same. It's art imitates life. So on one end, Lil Yachty puts this rap lyric out here about a George Floyd, and disrespects George Floyd's family and anybody who really has some kind of regard for George Floyd and his legacy. At the same time, for somebody out there out on the streets who's talking about spinning the block, they're out there disrespecting the families and all the community as well. The things that make them parallel, if not the same type of idea happening, is the core idea is the disrespect that goes on inside of our own communities towards one another. The self-hate that is endured or spewed out. Those are the types of things that I'm talking about. We need to mitigate and figure a way out to circle back around to and redraw up on the drawing board on how we go about talking about ourselves and respecting one another. That's what I'm talking about.
Sounds good, Benjamin.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you guys. So we're gonna take a 3-minute juice break, and then
well, we about to get into that.
Andrew is really funny, bro. Anytime I break on time, he clapping his hands back there.
Hey.
Anyway, we are about to take a 3-minute juice break, and then when we come back, we are going to do our sip to that Friday. So make sure you guys keep it locked because y'all gonna want to hear what we over here sipping to, sipping for, and sipping on this weekend. And y'all can call in too and let us know what you guys are sipping on, sipping for, and sipping to this weekend at 833-212-1017. More Jammin' with Juice is up next.
Don't touch that dial. You are jamming with Juice on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, 1017thetruth.com, and streaming live on YouTube. Like and subscribe to our 1017 The Truth YouTube channel.
At Crash Course, we believe cost shouldn't stand in the way of safe driving. If you're 14 to 19 years old, you may qualify for 100% free driver's ed through Wisconsin's Driver Education Grant Program. That includes the full online course and all required behind-the-wheel lessons at no cost to your family. With convenient school-based pickup through Southeast Wisconsin, getting started is simple. Crash Course, the best choice driving school. Visit crashcoursewi.com to pre-register and hit the road with confidence.
This is your Versity Blood Center of Wisconsin Community Impact Moment on 1017 The Truth.
I want you to really stress the importance of having an ethnically diverse blood supply. But I guess, what do you say to people that, for whatever reason, are apprehensive about giving blood?
It's not by accident that we are building this fixed donation site right in the heart of this Halyard Park, Harambe neighborhood. And to your point, our black and brown donors, it probably represents the smallest demographic in our donor base. That's attributed to multiple reasons. For those of us that understand the history, there is a lot of underlying mistrust of the healthcare system. And quite frankly, there's already challenges with how busy people are, how accessible they are to even know where to go to donate blood. And let's face it, a lot of folks are scared of needles, right? But when they get through all of that, the importance, I think, is a heavier burden on our black and brown communities, because there are a lot of different blood diseases that require what I'll call more of a match in blood that only comes from people of similar ethnicities. Something that's specific to our black donors and patients is something that I think your listeners are very familiar with: sickle cell disease. The only therapy that get them through their day-to-day life is blood transfusions. And it's not just what I'll call average or normal blood type or blood transfusion. It's actually a specific blood with a specific type called RO blood. And this RO blood typically only comes from people of African descent and Hispanic descent. And so that's why it's so important that our donor base is diverse, so that it helps our ethnically diverse patient population.
To make an impact by donating blood in your community, visit versity.org today.
We've got three main pockets of heavier volume right now. One's on 4145 South from just north of Silver Spring heading down towards Capitol Drive. Also on 94 West heading from just east of Elm Grove Road over towards Calhoun is a bit slow. And 894 West from about Loomis over to Forest Home, you'll be tapping the brakes there as well. And checking the Storm Team forecast, sunny and warm today, high of 85. Chance for rain tonight, a low of 72. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Adam Roberts on 1017 The Truth.
This is Jammin' with Juice on 1017 The Truth app, 1017thetruth.com, and streaming live on YouTube. Shout out to the Juicy Jammers riding the wave.
Welcome back, everybody. You are tapped into, sipping on, waking up to Jammin' with Juice. And good morning, Milwaukee. Make sure you are on our YouTube page at 101.7 The Truth. Get the full experience of Jammin' with Juice. Watch us do the show live. Interact with us in the chat. As right now, we are about to get into our Sip to That Fridays. And you know what? I gotta say, it's another Sip to That Friday brought to you by our good friends at Potawatomi Casino and Hotel, Milwaukee's top gaming destination, y'all. So, Benjamin, would you like to go first for your Sip to That Friday?
I'm gonna kick it off. And I'm glad that this is being brought to you by Potawatomi, one of the top gaming destinations. Because I would love if Potawatomi brought Fortnite, all right, to their establishment, all right, so some online gamers could come on and play the game there. And the reason I'm saying this because I play Fortnite, all right, I really do. I get into it from time to time. And last week I had told y'all that they had put the Power Rangers. Anybody who knows me knows that I'm an avid Power Ranger fan. I still love the Power Rangers. All right, and I finally unlocked them. Last night. All right, and I've never spent money ever in my life on any kind of online gaming or any game period, unless I was at like Best Buy buying the game. All right, but last night they got me. All right, and I spent like $25 to get the Red Ranger, the Blue Ranger, the Black Ranger, the Yellow Ranger, and Pink Ranger. So if you see me in Fortnite kicking ass, you know what it is. All right, it's your boy Ben Jammin, and I'm going crazy with it. And if you want to actually like add me as a player, it's Ben Jammin _6692. All right. You
about to get a bunch of people hitting you up, bro, to play the game.
We can go ahead. Send that invite. I go crazy on Fortnite. All right, it's your boy Benjamin. And you can actually watch me on YouTube too. Started uploading a few of my Fortnite gaming experiences on there, so you can see how it really gets down. All right, and I'm still working on getting the Green Ranger and White Ranger because I'm going to get them. All right, I'm going to get them. Rest in peace to Jason David Frank. Okay, he actually played both of those Rangers. All right. Secondly, for my Sip to That Friday. All right, I have to celebrate hip hop. All right, hip hop week in Milwaukee is starting next week. All right, starting this Sunday.
Woo!
All right, starting this Sunday, Pusha T will be in the building. He will be here in Milwaukee. Him and his brother Malice, aka The Clips, will be here on Sunday. All right, playing at the rave. And I can't wait to see them boys. It'll also be featuring Earth Gang. And Earth Gang is actually a group underneath J. Cole. J. Cole put on, I should say, because Dreamville, never mind. I don't want to put all that they business out there because I know some things I know y'all don't know. But anyway, Hip Hop Week is starting off next week. And shout out to my boy Damian LZ. You guys hear him from time to time on 101.7 The Truth. He plays a very intricate role in Hip Hop Week being celebrated throughout the week for Hip Hop Week throughout the week here in Milwaukee or whatever. So Damian Elzy will be in the building, and I know he will also be dropping some bars at some point next week. We also have a beat battle happening next week, and I want to say it starts on Tuesday. All right, famous legendary producer Ninth Wonder will be in the building. He's worked with the best of them, from Jay-Z to Drake to whomever you can really think of. Ninth Wonder has inspired folks, and with that being said, he will be judging a beat battle. So if you are a person who is a producer who makes beats, and if you are a beat maker, I would suggest for you to get your ass in board and then find out where you can actually get find out more information about Hip Hop Week and how you can participate. All right, and I also know that AG the Gift as well. He will be performing somewhere. I forget exactly where AG the Gift will be performing, but he's a part of Hip Hop Week as well next week. And your boy Ben Jammin got some stuff in the works. And then thirdly, hold on. And thirdly and lastly, okay, I have to give a big shout out to my baby, my queen, the one who wake me up each and every morning, making sure that your boy is right. It's the one that I'm laying down with at night. You know what I'm saying? My girl birthday is tomorrow, so shout out to my baby. All right, she is a Leo. She bringing that 5, and I got that 5 for her tomorrow. So tomorrow's my baby birthday. We're going to enjoy ourselves. We're going to enjoy ourselves. I'm so happy that her birthday wasn't like last week where we would have been experienced a major flood. It will be tomorrow where hopefully I believe the weather be just right. So with that being said, I got something special for my baby. We're gonna do something special. I might I'm gonna put a little work in on that thing. This tongue might not be able to work on Monday.
Listen, really?
What?
Really?
I talk a lot. Anyway, that is my Sip to That
I don't even want
Friday.
Whoa, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah. I like that one.
Woo! All right. Hopefully y'all are sipping with us as well. But are you gonna be is that a surprise?
I'm working some things out.
Okay. Well, I hope that works out for you. I would love for you to be able to do that.
Bet.
Yes. All right, you guys. So I'm going to give you guys my Sip to That Friday. All right. So the very first thing that I want to bring up is I was listening to a podcast, you guys, and I'm realizing that I am more of a listen to podcast or watch podcast girly over like a music girly when I'm in the gym. So when I'm in the gym, I love to put on either like an interview or just something on YouTube that I can learn from or get the juices flowing in my juicy brain for like a brain squeeze or something like that. And I was listening to a podcast recently, and they were talking about things being unrealistic and how we have to get out of the mindset that things are unrealistic, because really you can do anything that you want to do. Nothing is unrealistic. Everything can become reality for you if you go out there and work for it. And so that's one of the first things that I gained from listening to this one podcast that I was listening to. And then the other thing is, it's so funny to me, and I realize this as well, but sometimes it feels like the negative things that we go through, how if we're complaining to one another or like we're experiencing a really rough time, I'm sure you've seen it on social media where people will be making videos like, man, I just can't believe that X, Y, Z happened to me, and I'm just feeling like so burnt out right now, and I'm feeling like, I don't know how to continue, and I'm just kind of depressed, and I'm this and I'm that. And you'll have plenty people in the comments talking about like, oh my God, that's so relatable. Like, me too, girl. I've been feeling so burnt out, girl. Me too. Oh my God. Like, I love that you're bringing this up. I'm feeling so yada, yada, yada too, right? But they brought up a good point that saying positive things out there and the wins that you experience in your life, those things should be relatable too. Like, the only things that are relatable in life should not just be the things where people can, like, it's all doom and gloom and a bunch of despair where it's negative energy pouring out and everybody's like, oh my God, I'm feeling that same negative energy. Oh my God, I'm feeling da 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 da. we should be able to experience positive things together along with, you know, the negative things, but those positive things should be relatable as well. So if I'm doing something that's a win, I would want someone else who's doing something as a win to see themselves in me. And if we put more of that energy out there, I think that we all kind of would be in a better headspace mentally because, you know, it shouldn't just always be negative things that are relatable. Positive things should be relatable as well. So that's the first thing that I'm actually sipping to because, I don't know, it just kind of made me think of things a little bit differently. And I love when I'm able to get something out of like a podcast that I'm listening to. So shout out to the She's So Lucky podcast with Les. I've been really appreciating that podcast recently in the last year or so. It's always some gems being dropped on there. So that's my first sip to that. Now, my second sip to that, you guys, and I debated even talking about this and even bringing this up because your girl has a lot of jobs, right? I have a lot of jobs. I have a lot of places that I work. So with me saying that, y'all are not going to know which place that I'm necessarily referring to. Yeah. But recently, I had an experience where I was at a place with people that I work with. And and I work a lot of places, so it can't be like specific. But I had the experience where obviously my hair is a talking point, you guys. And obviously my hair is something that is very beautiful. Okay, I've had it for a while now. But recently, like last week, I would say, I had an experience where a bunch of people decided that it was okay to end up like, you know, trying to touch my hair, y'all. Yeah, touch my lovely braids that I have here. And it really, yeah, definitely a record scratch. And it really had me really taken aback, you know, because I've had people try to do those types of things before, and I've had to, you know, kind of tell them about themselves. But it felt like to me where the time and place of where we were at, that it was not the appropriate time for me to let them know about themselves and the fact that, you know, hey, you shouldn't be able, you shouldn't do this. And I just was like, I can't believe we're still here in 2025 and there are people walking around this earth who do not understand that you cannot touch a black girl's hair. Like, you cannot touch a black girl's hair.
Negro, please.
And I really didn't know what to do with the situation, you know, and I'm just like, my goodness, like, why is this even a thing? And why is it, you know, happening so frequently? And why would you think that it's cool to treat someone kind of like they're in a petting zoo, you know, like, oh my God, like, this is so nice. Like, I just want to, man, this is so beautiful. Oh my goodness. Da, 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 da. And it's just not okay. So if anybody out there is listening right now and you are not a black person and you admire something about a black person, you can admire it from a distance. All right. Like, we don't have to go touching on people because you don't want people touching on you, and just keep your hands to yourself. You can compliment in a different type of way without touching someone's hair. And I'm just going to leave it at that, because if I keep going on about it, I'm going to get re-upset and things are going to be said. So that is going to be my last sip to that Friday on the conversation. But it was nice.
Yeah, I'm with you. So I'm with you. I'm with you, man. You definitely.
I had told Ben about it, bro.
Hey, you definitely can't be out here touching black people hair, man. Like, it truly is essential to who we are. And honestly, like, we really don't even let anybody just touch our hair, period. All right? If you're not the hairdresser, or if you ain't the barber cutting me up, then don't touch my hair, period. Okay? I don't want nobody to even touch my waves when I got them. You know what I'm saying? So, like, nah, keep your hands to yourself.
And then it made me wonder, like, in other cultures, like with other races, like, do white women be touching white women hair?
Good question. I actually really would like to know that.
Yeah, Andrew, what's up?
Can confirm, no.
Okay,
Damn.
Exactly. And so that makes it even worse because if you ain't even touching your own people's hair, what makes you think that you could touch mine?
100%.
And my thing is, I've had this hair like this for a while now.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know why all of a sudden it was just a free-for-all for people to think that it was okay to be touching in my hair.
Maybe folks did feel like it was a petting zoo. Maybe they were putting you up on an auction block or something like that. You know? Maybe they thought they were selling you. You know what I'm saying? So ultimately, again, you know, I feel like none of that stuff is warranted, especially when it comes down to touching somebody's hair. Because, I mean, essentially, it could be looked at as sexual assault, you know, if you really did take it to that kind of level, you know. But again, you know, white people, one thing you should know is never touch a black person's hair, period.
Yeah.
Okay, and one of these days I'm going to do a show on things that just white people shouldn't do around black people or to black people that truly does make us feel uncomfortable, whether you know it or not.
Yeah, no, 100%. I'm with you, Ben.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm still, you know, I know it was recently, so that's why I'm like still a little taken aback by it because I haven't had that experience. I haven't had that experience in a really long time with people attempting to touch my hair. But the fact that it happened like 4 times in one space, I literally was about to just lose it. But
just lose it.
The quote unquote corporate girly in me, I felt like it was not the time and place to address the situation. So I'm just trying to understand how to navigate how to even address the situation at this point.
Honestly,
so I put it on the air.
right, Robert. Putting it on air, really just speaking your truth, because that's all you're doing. And really just like I'm actually taken back because like when I even think about these types of things and situations that honestly we are in because we are in a corporate world, we are in a corporate space, the higher you go up in life, you know, the less of you will see, and the more stuff we truly have to endure so we can continue to break through, you know. And so at this level of life or our career and our job space or whatever may have you, you know, there are other, you know, other fights in place that we're still fighting through so we can let other people in, but we're trying to make certain that the next people that come in after us are able to come through in any one of these doors respectfully, you know what I'm saying, and be respected, because it's still a lot of disrespect when it comes down to corporate America. So.
Yeah, no, it is. And it just definitely made me realize a lot that we just have a long way to go when it comes to just black women in general in like corporate settings and how our hair is even still a topic of conversation. It's just like, I don't know, just admire it, say it's cute, and move on. But like putting fingers in it and touching things, I just don't.
And that's the thing
it's
too,
not okay.
because like even white people know other white people don't wash their hands. You know what I'm saying? Like I had a good conversation with a good friend of mine, and he was like, "Man, I don't eat community food because I know why our people don't wash their hands. They would dude just went over there and dropped a deuce in the bathroom and came out and did not wash their hands.
I don't even use the plates and silverware upstairs. Like I'm constantly looking for paper plates or Glenn over there laughing because I would ask him, I was like, Glenn, do you got like a plastic fork I can use? He said, yeah, let me pull it from the side of my ear, all joking with me and stuff. But like, oh, I just carry forks around here. But hey, we on Cook Unity. You never know. We might have some forks just running around here. I'd be bringing my plastic fork when I got my food. But yeah, I don't use the dishes. I don't use the cups. I use paper cups. I use paper plates. I use paper or plastic silverware because I don't trust that dishwasher up there at all. And there's been too many times where I done seen little crumbs and remnants of people's food in the community utensil aisle, you know, but absolutely not.
Now, I appreciate you. I really do appreciate your Sip to
Even
That
at
Friday.
restaurants.
And I think there's so many people in our YouTube chat board who appreciate your Sip to That Friday, because really you right now are doing exactly what Sip to That Friday was made for. It's made to celebrate, but also so you can get your gripes that you've experienced throughout your week and throughout your life heard on this platform, on this segment.
Yeah.
You know, so, hey, shout out to you, and shout out to everybody who's still fighting a good fight. That is our Sip to That Friday!
Brought to you by our good friends at Potawatomi Casino and Hotel, Milwaukee's top gaming destination. And listen, you guys, I just found out that you can get a ride to Brewers games on a Potawatomi Sportsbook game day shuttle. So if you make any purchase in Sportsbook or a same-day sports bet, get a wristband, you can sit on the shuttle. So if you want more information on that and how you can, you know, get a ride at least to the Brewer games, go to Potawatomi.com. All right. So shout out to Potawatomi Casino Hotel for that one. Now, when we come back, we are going to wrap up the show with a bow, giving you our drop of juice. So make sure you guys keep it locked. We got more conversations to wrap up this week coming up next on Jammin' with Juice.
Don't touch that dial. You are jamming with Juice on 1017 The Truth app, 1017thetruth.com, and streaming live on YouTube. Like and subscribe to our 1017 The Truth YouTube channel.
Milwaukee, it's time to turn the TV off and turn your speakers up so you can hear what the future leaders of the world have to say. Truth Nation, I'm proud to present the 8 Block, powered by City on the Hill and 1017 The Truth, hosted by me, your boy, Ben Jammin. Every other Saturday at 9 a.m., 8 Milwaukee teams will share stories and laughs that will speak truth to what matters most in their lives.
I'm here to discover different levels about myself.
I'm really here to get my name out there and have a different perspective on life.
So tap in every other Saturday at 9 a.m. Truth Nation, welcome to the 8 Block.
Step right up and gaze into my crystal ball. I see flashing lights, spinning reels, and a big win. This August, you have a ticket to a cash carnival at Potawatomi. Play with your rewards card and earn entries to win your share of $300,000 in cash and prizes. Prize drawings every Thursday through August 28th. Your fortune awaits only at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Ride the wave to clean at Tsunami Express Car Wash, Milwaukee's fan favorite for a winning shine. Become a monthly member and enjoy unlimited washes for less than $1 per day. Plus, skip the wait in the fast lane and enjoy unbeatable amenities like free vacuums and tire air. Visit any of their convenient locations in Midtown Milwaukee, Waukesha, Greenfield, Oak Creek, and Mount Pleasant. Tsunami Express Car Wash. Wash, chill, repeat. Learn more at tsunamiexpress.com.
It's 1017 The Truth. Dr. Ken Harris for Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. It all started with a new invention in 1925, the roll screen. The ability to roll a window screen up and down like a shade. Pella invested in this breakthrough when the business was born in Pella, Iowa, and has introduced the world to innovation, game-changing decisions ever since. They've been at it for a century. When you want long-lasting comfort and reliability, it's easy to trust Pella. Every piece is specifically constructed for you and your home, and always designed with innovation and rigorously tested for quality and performance. The Pella team takes pride in constructing quality windows and doors with meticulous attention to every detail. Investing in new Pella windows and doors creates long-term energy savings and durability that lasts for years. There's no reason to wait, because if you order by August 31st, get 0% interest for up to 60 months. Certain restrictions apply. Yes, that's up to 5 years with no interest payments, so don't miss out. Visit PellaWI.com today.
This is Jammin' with Juice on 1017 The Truth app, 1017thetruth.com, and streaming live on YouTube. Shout out to the Juicy Jammers riding the wave.
Ride the wave to clean at Tsunami Express Car Wash, Milwaukee's fan favorite for a winning shine. Become a monthly member and enjoy unlimited washes for less than $1 per day. Plus, skip the wait in the fast lane and enjoy unbeatable amenities like free vacuums and tire air. Visit any of their convenient locations in Midtown Milwaukee, Waukesha, Greenfield, Oak Creek, and Mount Pleasant. Tsunami Express Car Wash. Wash, chill, repeat. Learn more at tsunamiexpress.com, and we will actually be broadcasting live our show on Monday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. from Tsunami Express at Midtown, and they have an exclusive deal for you guys. If you come get your car wash 7 to 9 a.m. on Monday, you get, I believe it's half off washes. 50% off, you guys. 50% off your wash. So come on down to the Midtown location. Tsunami Express is off of Fond du Lac and like near Capitol, and come see Jammin' with Juice and get your car wash at a discounted rate for that time.
All that. All that. That's all I really need to say, all that.
Don't you got something
And
you want to
then
let people know?
Let Truth Nation know. Please join us next Saturday for our 3rd annual True Family Fest on Saturday, August 23rd from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at Riverside High School. All right. Admission to True Family Fest is absolutely free. And a great place to have fun while celebrating with family and friends. There will also be amazing, great music, good food, opportunity to win some big prizes, including backpacks for the kids. So make sure to save the date for our 3rd annual True Family Fest on Saturday, August 23rd from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at Riverside University High School. True Family Fest is presented by Crash Course Driver Education Center and U.S. Cellular. All right, and also sponsored by Milwaukee Area Technical College, all right, MATC, Landmark Credit Union, U.S. Bank, Milwaukee Public Schools, MPS, Gruber Law Offices, Big Frog, Educators Credit Union, the ECU, and Riverside University High School.
I love it, you guys. As we wrap up the show with a bow, giving you our drop of juice.
Oh, go ahead.
Shout out to all the people in the chat who understand my frustration with my hair. I appreciate that so much that y'all feel me, but I'm putting in positive energy for relatability as well. And go Brewers and go get them vouchers from George Webb.
And shout out to my boy Glenn. Thank you for being our producer, our morning show producer. You've done an amazing job, and you have now graduated, my good sir.
Yes, throw the hats up.
Magna cum laude.
Woo!
Top of my class.
Yes.
Again,
top
everybody,
of the
I
class.
appreciate the love. I appreciate everything that everybody's done for me. Ben, Carrie, Zim, everybody that's trained me, everybody that's helped me on this way. The show is not going nowhere. It's only going up from here. I love everybody.
Appreciate you, Glenn. It's up. We up. All right. See y'all on Monday at Tsunami Express. Sip on that. The Truth with Sherwin Hughes is up next. Good morning, Milwaukee. Have a safe weekend, and we'll see y'all next week, Lord willing. Bye.
It's amazing.
Truth Nation, please join us at our